Spotlight at Wide Angle Conversations shines the light on emerging women entrepreneurs and their businesses. Through Spotlight, we empower small and medium businesses to create awareness and enhance their reach to a wider audience. I have with me today Priya Daniel, founder of 5 Scale Design, an architectural and interior design practice based out of Singapore. Priya is an award winning architect whose work has been published in several magazines and journals. Hi Priya, welcome to Spotlight.
Hi Taruna, thanks for having me. Pleasure to be here.
My pleasure, Priya. Priya, you started your work with Brinda Somaya, then you worked at Atkins Dubai, and then moved to Ida Singapore and Surbana Jurong Singapore, am I right?
Yes.
Right. You had a great career trajectory, and these are all big firms that you were working with. What made you switch or change to entrepreneurship?
So I started off my career in a very unorthodox manner.
Yeah.
My first job was that of an urban conservationist, and thereafter I moved to work on a construction site in Dubai, where I think I was the only female architect on site by choice. And this really provided me tremendous exposure to working on several iconic projects and large-scale projects like the Kempinski Hotel in Palm Jumeirah and other skyscrapers at Sheikh Zayed Road. And, having an early introduction to this unglamorous yet critical side of architecture really, shaped my practical understanding from the ground up. And I really switched to entrepreneurship because I wanted to go independent and have 100% creative control and freedom of my projects. See them right through from concept to execution.
Right. So 5 Scale Design. Tell us what's behind the name.
5 scales literally means or translates into the 5 scales of the built environment, which is the city level scale, the architectural buildings that you see, the interior spaces. The 4th would be the human scale, which is important. And the 5th, the emotional dimension that links them all. And also the word scale really represents balance in our design. We often like to build transformative designs that work in balance with the context and sensitive to the environment.
So what's the company's vision?
Certainly to be known as a standard bearer for green architecture, because I'm a LEED accredited professional myself.
Right.
And consistently push design boundaries with the singular purpose to betterment of communities. We really want to just build meaningful and responsible structures that are also profitable to our clients.
Right. And who are your target audience?
For the interior side, it would be homeowners. And on our architecture and urban, it would be developers, landowners, hoteliers as well.
Okay. And what's the business model that you follow?
We consciously try to take projects of, both small and big scales to balance out timelines, cash flows, as well as personnel. We also want to try to stay nimble by partnering with local practices and in the countries of operation. And we also have a very flexible approach to our projects in taking maybe a part of a project or a complete project based on the requirements.
Right. So Priya, when you started out, I'm sure there were many challenges. Some you anticipated, some you didn't. But how did you deal with all of that?
Yes, certainly it was a rough journey. Initially, I would say the biggest challenge was building credibility to our clients versus, say, a larger, more established firm.
Yeah.
But we managed to convince our clients that at the end of the day, larger organizations are also made of people and their skills.
True.
So, and also with, the client's faith in us and a good team, we were able to win larger projects as a small practice. And secondly, I didn't have any financial or business training. So I frequently found myself having to, pick up on the trade and apply it correctly, leverage on my existing networks and, build new ones. And while I'm building new ones, I found myself having to travel to tier 2 and tier 3 cities, which often brought about, as a woman, personal safety issues, exposure to malpractices as well, and frequently having to juggle this travel with raising a young child
Yeah.
had me question my responsibilities and manage them.
Yeah.
But
And
we did find a good balance.
right. And it is a very male-dominated industry.
We do suffer from a disproportionate ratio of male to female professionals.
Mm-hmm.
Only 3 out of the top 100 firms globally are represented by women.
Uh-huh.
But having said this, I do believe that, with innovation, with an empathetic work culture
Mm-hmm.
and a passion to succeed, we are able to trump gender bias. And I hope to see a better representation in the future.
Yeah, we all hope to see that.
Yeah.
So what keeps you motivated to grow?
Definitely seeing our projects come into fruition gives great fulfillment.
Uh-huh.
I also wanted to be an architect ever since I was 12. So it's almost like, when things get overwhelming,
Right.
it's like an extension of my passions in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And faith in the business plan, a reliable team, definitely repeat clients,
Mm-hmm.
keep us going and motivated.
And what differentiates Five Scale Design from other similar architecture firms?
Our multidisciplinary approach to our projects
Mm-hmm.
allows us to transfer skill sets and best practices from one project to another.
Okay.
And Taruna, our main ethos for our practice,
Mhm.
we see it as an approach to actually giving a gift to a client.
Right.
So we often find ourselves, delivering beyond the scope.
Right.
And we just want to be seen as value adders
Mhm.
and not just part of the design fee or cost.
Okay. Right. That's wonderful. And what is the plan for the future? Say the next 3 years?
Yes. So currently, some of our onshore presence
Mhm.
is represented by select partners,
Okay.
and we would like to bring them in-house over the next few years.
Right.
So to create a common culture, streamline processes, and to retain and grow talent from within the
Mhm.
company.
Okay.
So business models would have to adapt and, automate processes, things like that.
That was great, Priya, listening to you. In closing, I'd like you to say your 30-second elevator pitch to the camera.
Five Scale Design is a Singapore-based practice designing and delivering projects in the commercial, residential, and hospitality sector, right from inception to concept to execution in Asia and beyond. We focus on sustainable, innovative, and informed design, keeping the values of our clients and user experience at the forefront.
That was Priya from Five Scale Design. She's showing us that we have it all in us. We have all the strengths to achieve our dreams. So let's go for it. Thank you for tuning into Spotlight. We'll be back next month.